Alex D coming in. No, I want that. Okay. We're ready for kickboxing drill 1 and 2. This is on Facebook Live as well. And it's also going to a YouTube. I disabled it, but it's hidden, so no one can find it. Right, so drills 1 and 2 is a 25-30 minute class. Then the next 2 drills are in the next class. This is kind of a reminder or refresher for most people. But the next class, people tend not to know 3 and 4, and then certainly not 5 and 6. So we'll work our way through them in the next 3 lessons. Jab and cross, turning kick, rear parry, front parry. There's a body block as well. So this one here, the 2 hands are coming over and stopping the turning kick in the first drill. Rear parry just means the rear hand is coming across from the shoulder of the arm to the opposite side. Yes, we're going to cross the center line to block typically a punch. Somebody's punching and you're hitting on the outside of their arm in these drills anyway. So if the person is attacking their player 1 and the person defending with player 2. If I say player 1, it means the instigator, if right, the person that starts the fight. And player 2 is a good guy, whichever way you look at it. So jab, cross, turning kick. My hands are up for the turning kick. I don't drop my hands to kick. And then as soon as I hit the floor, I pedal back as fast as I can and then counter their attack, because they're going to attack me. After I've gone in, jab, cross, turning kick, step back, they're punching back and a parry. So rear parry and then front parry. I might go to the computer now and again to let people in, people that have turned up. Stop it flipping to the multi-view. I only want one view, and that's me, right? Okay, so the drill, player 1, jab, cross, turning kick with the hands up, slip back, rear parry, front parry. Now, while that's happening, while you're doing your player 1, player 2 have their moves as well. Parry, the rear parry, front parry, then body block, back up, and then jab and cross. So if player 1 does the jab, we block it. As player 1 does the second punch, the cross, we block it. And then player 1 does a turning kick, and then we counter with a jab and a cross. All right, so that's drill 1. We're going to do it again, but now it's time for you to practice. If I step to the side here at an angle, and I'll be player 1, jab, cross, turning kick, back, parry with the rear, parry with the front. And the other person is doing rear parry, front parry, body block. You can see my heels up and my body's turned facing the kick, and then jab and cross. Player 1 again, jab, cross, turning kick, back, rear parry, front parry. Player 2, rear parry, front parry, body block, jab, cross. As I said, this is a refresher, but you guys can practice this. If you've got a bag as well, jab and cross the bag, but you might be too close for the kick. You can try it, but you might have to adjust the distance. Jab, cross, you hit the bag. You might have to slip back and then do the turning kick. Just you might be too close to the bag. That's all. So you can make that adjustment. But that doesn't happen in the drill. In the drill, you want to hit. You want to kick the target. You don't want them to move back or forward. You want to hit them with the arm. But the likelihood is when you start punching, the distance will increase because they'll go back. Player 2, though, try and stand your ground when that person's doing drill 1. Player 1 and player 2, when you're working together, player 1 is trying to kick and then parry. But player two is trying to hold the ground and do definite blocks, solid blocks, so they can come back and punch. Right? So if you're good at the turn and kick and fast with your punches, player two might not be able to stand still and take the attack. But as you're practicing, you'll have sparring gear on, jab, cross, turn and kick, step back, parry, parry. Another person's parry, parry, body block, jab, cross. Right? That's drill one. So I'll give you a minute to practice that. I'll practice here. You practice for a minute. This is a refresher, as I said. You've got the bag, hit the bag, and make it a workout for yourself. And you can also do player two workout on the bag as well. All right, so I'm going to practice. You practice well. I'm going to do drill one, and player two. Player one. Player two. Try and imagine when you're doing the attack, you're hitting the target and you're blocking those punches as they come in. And then when you're player two, imagine you're blocking and then firing the punches at the end. All right? So now, switch your stance. Because when you practice this one with a partner, player one and player two will both be in right foot back, normal stance. But I'm going to try it on the other side as well. First two moves, jab, cross. That should be easy. Let's do three moves. Jab, cross, turning kick, and then ping back. And the last two, rear parry, front parry. Right, so player one on the other side, jab, cross, turning kick, step back, rear parry, front parry. We'll go again. Jab, cross, turning kick, step back, rear parry, front parry. Player two, also with the left foot back, rear parry, front parry, body block. Now see which angle I'm going. I'm going across the front knee. That's where the turning kicks come in. So there's the body block, jab, cross. We'll do it again. Rear parry, front parry, body block, jab, cross. One more time. Rear parry, front parry, body block, jab, and cross. All right, so now you can do it on both sides. You can flip between the two. Player one on this side, right foot back, and then player one with the left foot back. Also remember to do player one and player two. Try and learn the both players and on both stances as well. I'll give you a minute, have a bit of practice with that, working hard. I'm going to have a go at and on the other side. Right, drill one, player one, first position. Player two, first position. Second position. Just stepped on the other side in mirror. Player two. All right, so you got drill one there. Let's look at drill two. Drill two, on the spot, hands up. We've got the same start position, right foot back. Drill one, drill two, drill three, both players will be right foot back. It changes somewhat in some other drills, but let's concentrate on one and two right now. Right foot back, player one, and also right foot back for player two. This is the second drill. Jab on the spot. Then you're going to step in. So if you've got a bag, you'll see how effective this is. If you don't step in, you're going to miss the bag. You have to step in and hit the bag. And you're striking down here with the ribs, a reverse hook. So jab, hook, come back up, and then rear parry, front parry. We'll do that again. Jab, step and hook, come back in, rear parry, front parry. All right? Now you're moving back for a reason, and that becomes apparent when we do player 2. Let's do that again. This is player 1, jab, step and hook, slip back, rear parry, front parry. All right? Now player 2. Player 2 is going to take that jab. So you're going to block the jab with this. Then you're going to get a punch to the ribs here, the low step and hook. You have to protect yourself for that one. And this is the body block that we did before in the other drill, body block. And then the front leg, front kick, and then jab and cross. Do that again. Rear parry. Drop to block that hook. Come back up for a front kick, and then a kick, punch, punch at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, player 1. Player 1's doing jab, step and hook. So this step and hook, that's why you're doing that body block. Right? And then you come back in, you're coming back in because the other player is doing that front kick. And straight away you're blocking the 2 punches afterwards. So as player 1 does, player 2 does, no, it was player 1, kick, punch, punch. You're moving out the way and then doing parry, parry. Right? Drill 2, player 1, jab, step and hook, come back, rear parry, front parry. Drill 2, player 2, rear parry, body block, front kick, jab, cross. Will I give you a minute now to practice those? Player 1 and player 2, I'll practice them as well. Player 1 on drill 2. 2, step back, rear parry, front parry. Now player 2, rear parry, body block, front kick, jab, cross. You see you all practicing there, that's good. That's player 1 and 2 on drill 2. Drill 2. Now, like I said before, you're going to practice on both sides. So switch your stance. Player 1 on the second side, or the left foot back, jab, step and hook, the front foot back again, and then you've got to do rear parry, front parry. We'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, player 2, rear parry, body block, front kick, jab, cross. Do that again. As player 1 does the jab, block it. As player 1 does the low hook, block it. Now front kick and jab and cross. Okay, so that's drill 2, player 1 and player 2. Have a bit of time practicing that one. Maybe pick up the speed. Use the bag if you've got one. And as an exercise, when you learn these drills and you have got a bag, or even if you haven't, it doesn't matter. Get practicing bouncing on the spot. Jab, cross, turning kick, step back, parry, parry. And then the second one, jab, step and hook, slip back, rear parry, front parry. So you add drill 2 to the end. I've done drill 1, drill 2. I'll do drill 1 again. Player 1, jab, cross, turning kick, step back, rear parry, front parry. And then drill 2, jab, step and hook, slip back, rear parry, front parry. And you can do the same with the defense as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you add 2 to the end of the first drill. 1, then 2. I think that's what you're doing, guys. You can just about see you're on the small windows, so I don't know what you're doing. I think Dan's definitely smashing the bag up. Yeah, good job. Right, so that's drill 1 and 2. So you can do a little workout with them, like I said. Put the two of them together, and not only stay in the spot. I mean, to get form, you might stay in the spot, jab, cross, turn, and kick in front of a mirror, maybe. Right, and then 1, 2, step back, rear back, front back. That's drill 1 and drill 2. And the same with the blocking as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Player 1 and then player 2. Then switch sides. So your little workout routine could be going through the drills as player 1 and player 2, A, and then B. By A and B, I mean this right foot back is A, if you like, and left foot back is B. B position. Right, so bouncing on the spot, I can't see anybody, so I don't know. You could be sitting on the sofa with some toffee popcorn and a glass of cider, for all I know. So if you're not, you're doing the drills. And if you're doing the drills, put some effort into it. Bouncing on the spot, get the hands up. Nice and light. Why are you going to be doing this? I don't need to do it. You need to do it. How many people are on here now? Oh, we've got one. Yeah? Come on, guys. Get off the sofa. Get away from the fridge. Get the hands up and start doing some work, some training. Bouncing on the spot. We're nearly finished this. Dan's working hard there. I think that's Alex working hard as well. Yeah, I'm not changing the screens tonight, but I can see you guys working the little windows. Very good. Right. Talk about the jab. Jab. You can mix the height up as well in these drills. Typically, it's just straight out in front. You're probably going to hit the chin. Yeah? You can go higher. If you're a taller person, you can go middle. I wouldn't go lower unless they're sitting down, but if they're sitting down, you shouldn't be hitting them. But just for different heights, yeah? Jab, cross. You can do a high jab and a middle cross. 1, 2, do a middle to low turning kick. Or do a high turning kick. It's up to you. And come back. Parry and parry tend to be the same place, but it could be a high parry, or it could be a middle parry. It won't be a low parry. You have to change the hand position, okay? Jab, cross, turning kick, step back, rear parry, front parry. Jab, step and hook, slip back, rear parry, front parry. That was drill 1 and 2. Drill 1 and drill 2. That was player 1. Now player 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you switch legs and do it on the other side. I'm watching these guys training here on the little screens. I can't see much, but I can see, I think Dan is still smashing the pad up, which is good. And Alex as well. Alex is working. I can just see him there. He's getting the drill sorted. But what are you guys doing? What are you doing there? Well, someone has put a like up, but you're actually doing the work. That's what I want to know. Keep it going. I'm just going to check in with the time. Where are we at? Yeah, got a few minutes left, yeah. Right, so as they're working away there, they're doing drills 1 and drill 2. I'm going to talk about the pivot. This here, the back foot, to get some speed and power into these techniques. When you punch, you must rotate that back foot. Try and practice slowly, rotate round. It's the same for the parry, the rear parry. So when you rear parry, or you cross, or your rear hook, or your rear uppercut, this foot's got to spin round. If you don't, you're likely to injure yourself. It's certainly not going to be very comfortable, and you're not going to have much power. You're not going to hit the center line target either. When the person punches, they're hitting you in the middle of the body, most likely, unless it's a hook is coming from the sides. But the center line, they're going for the biggest bit they can hit. So when you hit, you have to be on the center line. If you don't rotate, you're going to make the center line, but you'll have nothing to give. But if you rotate, you're going to give that extra little kick, and it's going to knock their hand or their arm away from the target, which is you. So make sure you pivot. You pivot when you use your rear hand, that's 100%, never changes. You can also pivot on the front foot for other punches. It just depends, but not to do it for the jab. When you kick, when you do that turning kick, that foot must spin round. You must spin round, right? No kicking like this. That's not a kick. It's not going to do anything. It's certainly not going to land you a good strike against your opponent. You might clip them, but then it comes straight back at you. So you've got to make sure that that's going to hit and stop them. Parry, like I said, rear hand, you've got to pivot, and this body block, this one here, it's a double hand block. You have to pivot on there as well. If you don't, you're not going to get on that angle to stop the block. It'll be like before, where you just get to it, but they'll kick you and you'll fly backwards. It's just going to crush you. So you have to get that angle, bring the heel up at the back, and get sat down, ready to take impact. Take the strike. And as soon as you've done that, you can then bounce out of it and fire away. It's all done very, very quickly. Straight away. Right, Dan's working hard, then he's smashing the bag up. Alex isn't stopped either. Very good practice, you guys. Very good. Right, so hold on a second then. Just stop in there. So before we go on to the next video in a few minutes, let's just look at this inner forearm block. So in drill 3, you'll need an inner forearm block. And that's just the front hand rotating outward. I'll get a little bit closer to the camera so you can see the guard is here, and just rotate that way. You rotate your thumb out, you're actually striking the punch. Somebody's punching and you're blocking with your inner forearm. So you'll be guarding up like this and then hitting their punch away before you start doing the rest of it. Head block. Head block is just a simple term for lifting the hand up and blocking the head. Yeah, it's not complicated. If you use the rear hand, guess what? Pivot. If you're using this hand here, it's the rear hand, so you've got to pivot. This hand here, up, you're blocking them punching you to the head. Or kick, but mostly blocks. We don't really want to rely on that with a kick. But certainly this, punching, if they're hooking you in the head, if they're hitting you in the head in a circular motion like this, or even a back fist, protecting your head, and your ear and your jaw with your arm. Right? And this one here. So that's coming up next. Inner forearm block and a head block. Okay? Movements as well. Slipping back. So slip and drag. We haven't covered that one. Slip and drag. Slip with the foot. I'm going that way, so I'm using my back leg. And then drag the other foot. If I'm going to go left, so that's my left, I'm going to go that way. So I'm going to take my leg closest to that direction, and then the other one follows. If I go in the other way, that foot is closest to that direction, and the other one follows. Yeah, so I'm going to go that way. That one, then the other one. That's closest. That's closest. That's closest. That's the slip and drag movement. So slip and drag. Slipping back by itself, so no drag, just slipping, is 2 feet together. So it's not so much one and the other, it's 2 feet at the same time. You don't really get to do it that way or that way. You can. It's a bit tricky. But certainly forward and backwards. Yeah? You push off, both feet move though. Slip and drag, a definite one then the other. Slip, it's a lot quicker. Yeah, sliding across the room. Right, one more block double forearm. We'll do that later on in drill 4. Double forearm. So the hands are like this. Shop and trolley and rotate. Shop and trolley and then rotate. You're blocking with this part of the hand. Later on, you're blocking a turning kick. Right, maybe here. 1 and 2. Body block with a double hand and then double forearm block. Right, let me see you working a bit more and then we'll switch this one off and go to the next video. Who's working the hardest there? Well, it's probably Dan. Yeah, although to be fair, Alex is very, yeah, he's very bouncing around there, very meticulous in his techniques. Good kicking there. So I've got these guys working there on Facebook, but I can see them working at home. That's it, good, working. Try and get this with your breathing as well. Breathe with the techniques. Right, 10 seconds left, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Ding, 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 ding. Nice one. You got a few minutes rest for the next one, but a good workout there. You were hammering that bag, and well done, Alex, as well. Yeah, you weren't stopping there, were you? Right, I'm going to close this one now. We'll open the next one in about 10 minutes. Ready for drill 3 and 4. Well done. I'll see you next class. Well done.